Hello, this is TechMan88, and this is just going to be like a world tour, maybe something like a Let's Play. And also, it's just mainly to motivate me to make this look a little bit better, because right now it's just basically an open field, my base, and yeah, I wanted something more better styled or something. So I don't know. This might be the only time I do an episode like this, but I guess I will get started with with just some enchanting. Just put mending on there and need some levels. So using my EXP farm, so can instantly get 17 levels just on demand right near the spawn chunks. So there we go. And I just got the Elytra. I just went to the end, did the whole end city thing like yesterday. So yeah, I'm kind of getting used to flying again. Haven't done that since my old world. But I chose a project to do today. I have this ice farm here, which I haven't shown this in any videos before, but it's kind of a nice, simple ice farm. So this thing passes back and forth, and it pushes the ice out, and I'll just demonstrate that now. So yeah, it pushes. Yeah, pushes the ice out this way, and then these come along and push it down. And this would be a really nice. This is a really nice, easy ice farm. It gets you a decent haul of ice, and unlike those giant cube makers, this is you can expand it really easily. It's really cheap. I mean, it's most of the flying machine is the hardest part to build. So yeah, I chose this spot particularly because it's a nice long column right here. So I plan to just double its size because I need a ton of ice to make pack ice. And I might also dig it a little bit deeper. Oh, won't stop flying. Yeah, my machine is not very good, and I'll be fixing that soon as well. So I'm just gonna probably cut down the ground a little bit farther and then extend this. I guess I probably need to talk more while this is going on, but I don't really have much to say. And I don't just want to do progress updates. I want to show more of the actual building process. I kind of enjoy that in Let's Plays. So the only real advice I've gotten for doing this is by watching some of Azumovoid's videos. He answered some questions about how to start this out, and one of the things that he said is to do something that you want to see in Minecraft videos. So maybe that's just what I'm going to try and aim for. And I ought to probably turn this off while I'm working on it. It's easy to get trapped under a piece of ice as it's being pushed down. Oops. Having trouble. This runs at quite a bit lower frame rate, recording with fraps. I'm used to 60 frames per second. And yeah, that's why I'm having trouble pressing buttons and everything. So yeah, I'm going to get started on this. So this is what the basic profile of the farm looks like. So I'm just going to extend these all the way down. And I ran out and got to go get more. So not the best start to an episode. I actually don't even have the supplies to build that. So I'm going to have to use my concrete maker to just get all that. So this is the concrete maker, just hooked up into a blast chamber. And it's not that well set up yet. But yeah, I just have some places to put in items back here. And maybe I'll do it like this. So I've got shocker boxes filled of white concrete powder, like this. And actually you could Even if you screwed up, put in the wrong type of block, it would be fine. So then I can just turn this on. And yes, I have shown this before. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, like this. I'll just let that run until I guess it runs out of items. Alright, so I finally got all the supplies I needed, finally, and set this up a couple more blocks. Just pillar up so you can look how big it is now. So yeah, it's pretty large. It's pretty easy to build too. Not a lot of supplies needed. And I think if I was going to build this again, I might just build it all right on the ground and then just dig a hole for the ice to go in. Because I ended up having needing a big hole anyway, or wanting a big hole. I mean, you can make this as deep as you want. And like with this version, it's just about right. So like you can cut down the 2 layers at the bottom, then you can just run along. And I like this aspect a lot about it. I really don't like breaking those big ice cubes where you're going back and forth all the time. But yeah, with this, it's really easy. Just run back and forth over this pretty long segment. And this might actually be too long. There's a maximum distance, or there's like a square within where the ice will actually form. So I didn't actually measure that, but I think it's just fine. So now I'm going to move over the machinery from this spot. This just turns around the flying machine. So I just need to move that down to this side. And I always kind of screw this up, but I will attempt that now. Okay, so now this should be ready to try out. I just placed a furnace all the way down at the end to make sure it doesn't fly off into infinity. So let's just hope this works. I think I removed everything I need to remove to let it pass through fine. It doesn't actually go through this last block here. This is just to get the water flow correct, so that this spots all refill. And yeah, I haven't broken the ice here either. I guess I can do that while this is coming. And I guess I don't have efficiency on this pick. Or let's see. Yeah, I don't have efficiency at all. I thought I put it on there. I lost a pick by accident. Save and loading sort of thing happened. Looks like I can break it just a little bit faster than the flying machine can move. And there we go. So it stops fine, but it won't be able to get going. And yeah, it looks like all the water reformed and everything, so that's good. So now I need to place a couple more furnaces around here. And yeah, I don't have a jump beacon right here. I should have probably built one before I started doing this. But yeah, if you try and move it now, it's not going to be able to trigger that observer. So what I need to do is place a couple furnaces along here. So I should be able to just trigger that once. And then trigger this. Oops, I started it. But I guess that means I can just place a furnace like right here, maybe? This is the annoying part about testing it, is because you have to wait for the whole thing to go in and out. But in terms of actual build effort, this is nothing. And probably if you pay a little more attention to what you're doing, you don't have this problem. Actually, I think I need one more. Let's see if I can get it in the right spot. So I think on this block, no, right there. And I'm going to have to go back over there and send it back once it gets there. Having a lot of trouble flying. Like, even on my single-player world, I've never really had this much trouble, but like I really just need a jump beacon to even get off the ground. And by the way, this setup over here, this is not really correct. This timer here, I thought this would be an optimization. Like I thought maybe the ice, like if it formed here, then that would help ice on the two sides of it to form. So I thought that might potentially increase the rates to do it like that. But I did a test. I did an actual scientific test with data and everything, and yeah, that does not help it at all. So you might as well just send it back and forth all the time while you're near it. And then, of course, if you leave the area, you want to disable the machine. This does not look right. I'll try it there. And by the way, also the return station on the other side, that is quite a bit simpler, or just a little bit simpler than this one. You don't have to stop all three parts of the flying machine together in the right configuration. You can just stop one of them, the very one at the end. Because this section right here, this is the engine, and then the rest of them are just dragged along. And yeah, that's not correct. Yeah, as I was saying, I screw these up always. So to make this testing a little bit faster, I'm just going to put a furnace on this side. I think that's the right height. And I have no idea if this is going to be boring or not. My favorite Let's Play is actually Etho's very old one. Okay, so that might be right. Then I might build this a little differently. So should be able to trigger this. Nope. Yeah, I should be able to trigger this one now. Okay. Yeah, that's looking good. So there will be, I guess, a redstone here. And then I need something to read. Let's see, where do I trigger this? So if I put a button or lever here, yeah, that worked correctly. Now I just got to figure out a way to read that. Yeah, this is always the problem with with this. Let me just pause the video and figure that out. All right, so I finally got that figured out. I think I rebuilt it a different way, but luckily these are not too hard. So there's this observer here. It puts out a signal which ends up getting read by this, and that gets read by a comparator a repeater, and then just have a bunch of delay on it. I don't like to make these things too fast because that can mess with them. Like if you got a bigger flying machine, like if I expanded this sometime, that could end up sending it back too fast. And really there's no point in making this run as fast as possible because it doesn't spend much time in this part. So now I will take out this furnace and just send it on its way back. I can even ride along it. And one not so nice thing about this, I guess, is it's not symmetrical or anything. It's much easier if you just kind of build it like this. And unfortunately, you're basically at the push limit with all of these. And I also did something Like a lot of people, when they build this sort of flying machine with a bunch of attachments, they put the attachment like right on the side. Like, let me go up there and look at it. So usually they'll, like this slime would all be moved over one. Like you'd have this piston here right on the side of the slime, so it'd be more compact. But the problem with that is that if you ever accidentally unload the flying machine, it's going to break it really badly. Like two of the slimes will attach together. I'm not sure exactly the cause. I think the piston just doesn't get pushed or something. So there we go. And I'm going to also rip out part of this. Let's see. So yeah, this observer reads as observer coming in. Then I'm going to need to get some more supplies to do this. But yeah, I'm just going to take out this etho hopper clock. So yeah, I did have it this way before. So redstone reads off this one, then I guess probably a 4-tick delay, and then, I don't know, another repeater. Doesn't really matter. And that's, of course, read by that observer there. Oh yes, I made it over. After playing this a little bit more, getting used to the laggier configuration, I usually don't play survival recording. In fact, this is really the first or second time I've done that. So yeah, still getting used to it. And maybe I'll just go find the middle of this and choose some sort of AFK spot and just like go up above and make sure that all the ice is actually getting created. And then there's still, this is not done, I still have to carve out that area so the ice has a place to go. But I'll be able to see, yeah, I just saw one freeze over on that side. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I put this in the right place. I'll have to check if I'm actually in the middle. But yeah, some ice just froze over there, so it is looking good. Let me just go over a couple blocks, see if that works any better. But I guess the width of this is not so bad. Like the most optimal ice machine, you would basically harvest the ice every single tick, but obviously that would be extremely slow and extremely expensive to build. So you just want to find a happy medium. Like if like half of them were all filled with ice, that's not what you want because you'd be wasting a lot of time. That would be half the rates of when it's like this. Like the optimal rates are when there's no ice in it. So maybe I'll just sit here for a little bit and do a time lapse or something. Then yeah, I can look at that. And that does looks like I'm in the center now. Well, I just recorded a whole bunch, and I thought I was recording, but I didn't press the button. But anyway, it was not too much. I just had forgotten. I'd gotten a piece of redstone a little bit wrong over on this side. I had lost a piston because I sent the flying machine back too fast. So yeah, I just replaced these repeaters with, I just set that to 8 ticks total delay. Give the parts of the machine a chance to settle down and stuff. So now I'm going to try and land on this. There you go, perfect. And now I guess I'll do a time lapse.